What up, Starbucks customers? Recently, it's come to our attention that a lot of you have been beating the living crud out of each other to score one of our limited edition Barista cups. We'd like to sincerely and wholeheartedly apologize. Except, we're not going to do that, because honestly, it was your fault. Now, were we surprised by the overwhelming interest? Absolutely. Did we expect grown adults to camp outside at 3 a.m. for a glass bear wearing a tiny hat? Well, technically yes, but so what? Look, we want you to know we hear your concern that we only shipped 1 or 2 Barista cups per store. And to that we say, yep, that's correct. Because nothing drives sales like the thrill of watching caffeinated cavemen pounding the daylights out of each other for $30 pieces of landfill waste. True, we don't condone hand-to-hand combat in our stores. However, the truth is, you did that. We brought a cup, you brought the martial arts. And if you're throwing punches to snag a cup and flip it for hundreds of bucks on eBay, well, that's pretty much on you. Still, we're committed to making real improvements. For example, our next limited edition holiday item will be made of softer, more flexible materials, so it'll hurt far less when you chuck it at a fellow customer. Plus, instead of shipping just 2 cups per store, it's our promise going forward that all stores will receive at least 3. We thank you for your passion, your loyalty, and the free publicity. Sincerely, your friends at Starbucks, inspiring and nurturing the human spirit, one fist at a time.
Today is National Unfriend Day.
It is Unfriend Day.
It's National Unfriend Day.
For people to clear their friends list off on their Facebook account.
Start eliminating people that you don't really consider friends.
Yes, unfriend your landlord, unfriend everyone, drain the swamp.
Drain the swamp. I don't have time to go through and unfriend people, but you know what? If you're disinterested in me, please go ye there for an unfriend. Not a big fan of Unfriend Day, but I'm a big fan of you. Good morning. Happy Monday. Hallelujah. We made it through the weekend. Thank God. Back to work. What's this? How many giveaways should I have for tonight? I have one big prize. The rest will be other things. Well, I will tell you later. Good morning. It is 7:33. I hope you're off to a good start for your Monday. Glad you're here bright and early. The rooster hath croweth. By the way, it's National Farm Joke Day. So you can tell dumb jokes like, why did the scarecrow get an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Thank you. Thank you. But we need a high-powered week this week. Be productive, super productive. We need to be productive because here's my thing. I get anxiety at this time of year because it's the downhill slope. Everything has been sprayed with Pam or duck fat or something, and we're sliding downhill so fast. It'll be the end of the year before you know it. We race into Thanksgiving, we race into Christmas, and then it's New Year's, and then bam, it's like, holy shit, it's January. What did we accomplish last quarter? Whatever we got done before the second half of the quarter. So this is my anxiety season. Welcome to it. Nothing in particular causing me anxiety. Just I feel disorganized, a little discombobulated, and I need to have a focus Monday. Going to Denver tomorrow, and after that, yeah. It has been an interesting NFL season so far. There have been just some moments and some just, I don't know, you know. Hope you had a great weekend, though. It is Homemade Bread Day today. Hooray for homemade bread. Tasty, of course, but just the smell of homemade bread, fresh baked bread, sign me up. That's why I go hang out in Jimmy John's. It's National Butter Day. Intentional coinciding with National Homemade Bread Day? I don't know. Not National Margarine Day. Not oleo. It's butter. Just fucking butter. Don't fake butter. Don't bake with fake butter. Please. You do what you got to do. But it's National Butter Day. Churn your ass off. That's what I'm saying. Okay? Get to churning. So many good teams and so many just like Well, like the field goal yesterday. Now, granted, it was like 40-mile-an-hour winds or whatever, but yeah, it's a roller coaster, weird, fun, yeah. Refs getting clobbered. The best homemade honey butter? I bet you do, Brandy. Hey, is the dessert auction, did that happen or is that happening? It's always something else going on, but I can't remember if it's the first Sunday in December or if it's already happened. But the dessert auction for the Humane Society, I think, is what it's for SEMO Pets. Homemade bread day. It is take a hike day. Not a bad idea today. It's a little brisk, but sunny for the most part. We'll jump into rain chances later this afternoon, early evening. But it'll be dark by then. You won't give a shit. At 5 o'clock, it's already dark. Boo. It was yesterday. Okay, it was kind of on my radar last week, and I felt like I talked about it in my weekend adventure, but I couldn't remember if it was this weekend. Hopefully it went well. That's always a cool event, you know, and I know that you always come up with something fantastic for that. It is National Testosterone Day. National Unfriend Day, which I think is just, I mean, sometimes you gotta, right? Sometimes you've got to purge the system. Maybe somebody's out there being toxic, but I think, to me, I don't know. I always have a problem slamming a door on somebody, you know? Maybe it's the fixer in me, but I don't really unfriend people unless it's just a permanent toxic thing and I have to let you go. Anyway, it's National Unfriend Day. It's National Baklava Day. So go eat some baklava. And National Farm Joke Day. I gave you one already. Terrible ones like, why did the horse go behind the tree? To change his jockey underwear. Get it? Jockeys. Change his jockeys. Let's get into this TIQ. I think this one, and ladies, you'll have a distinct advantage because you are one. I don't know if that's a huge advantage. Some of us, sometimes we just want to feel pretty. Is Fred here this morning? He sent me a funny this morning, and then I sent him another one back on Instagram. Made me giggle. TIQ. Today, let me get scrolly up here. There we go. TIQ. 1 in 4 women have at least one of these. What is it? Today's TIQ is brought to you by Macho Tacos in Jackson, Missouri. Home of delicious tacos at affordable prices. They are really good. I haven't been to Macho Taco in a little hot minute, but it's right there on Main Street next to Stooges. Pop in there and eat. And it's good. And it's quick. And they're really nice people. So stop messing around and go get you some Macho Tacos and answer this TIQ. Dennis, mute. Kind of like I do with KFES's news feed. I keep them around, but I mute that shit because it's clickbait, garbage, recycled, somebody in their media corp. Blah. Shush. It's the shush button. A kitty. Oh, nope. A beauty blender. Is that like the spongy that looks like a toy, but it's just a sponge? Not it. A wife. Not it. A personal massager. A tail. A prehensile tail. No, but maybe that's 1 in 4 women that Dennis has met in his life. Because we never know what Dennis might be into up there. But no, not it. Keep guessing. We got some birthdays today. Let's get these birthdays on the radar. Oh, it's Abraham Lincoln Day. Here's to Malort. I feel like that's one of my favorite AI images. Mace. That's a good guess. Not it. Good morning, Gregory. Tyler Hahn. Happy birthday to Tyler. Tyler is, I think, 61 today, if I remember right. But I may not. So, good luck. Lynn Fallert Young. Lynn Young, happy birthday. Cheers to you. I'm almost done with this coffee already. So, Macho Tacos is like, I'm not going to get my money's worth. Oh, yeah? Nope, you might not. It didn't come off the cup. Yes, there's the closed captioning. Oh, well, good. You know, I've never really paid attention to the closed captioning. I hope that I speak distinctively enough that it shows up and it doesn't just my things together to carry what I'm saying. A gun? No. Not a gat, not a boy toy. No. A trophy boy, the pool boy. A third nipple? No. 25% of women do not have a third nipple, assumedly. It is also Tommy Quady's birthday. Happy birthday, Tommy. You guys share celebrity birthdays with Hanson member Isaac Hanson. You know, Mbop. He's 45 today. Isaac Hanson's 45. I know. We're so old. Rachel McAdams. Rachel McAdams. She is 47 today. Rachel McAdams. She's a beautiful princess. Singer Ronnie DeVoe of New Edition and Belle Biv DeVoe. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike. Ronnie is 58 today. Happy birthday, Ronnie. A journal. That's a good guess. Not it. Daisy Fuentes is 59 today. I haven't thought about, this sounds bad, I haven't thought about Daisy Fuentes since the AFV days. Remember when she was hosting it with that guy? I don't know who that guy was, but Daisy Fuentes was on. That's all that really mattered. But Daisy Fuentes, athlete, famous, 59. RuPaul, turning 65 today. Happy birthday to RuPaul. Actress Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio is 67 today. Lorne Michaels is 81 today. Danny DeVito, also 81. Danny DeVito and Lorne Michaels' parents were at the same orgy. Just kidding. Happy birthday to Danny DeVito, though. One of my favorite, just all-around favorite people, because he's just Danny DeVito. Like, how do you describe Danny DeVito? You just put him in the dictionary next to a picture of himself. And say, go watch any number of things. So many things Danny DeVito's done that I loved and continue to love. Throw Mama from the Train. Twins. Always Sunny. Like, there's so many Danny DeVito moments. The Penguin, even that. A Total Recall third boob. No. A Best Friend. No. But good guesses. Keep guessing. We're looking for, 1 in 4 women have at least one of these. What is it? This is a tricky one. I'm not going to lie. Lauren Hutton is 82. Martin Scorsese, 83. The end of birthdays. So it's obvious I've cycled in February because we had Abraham Lincoln's birthday, and now we've got our Black History Month today in history month moment. Cycling it around. Yeah, Louis and Taxi. Absolutely. Oh, God, I forgot all about Taxi. Yeah. A baseball bat. No. An affair. Ooh. Not it. Engagement rings. Good guess. Not it. A hairdryer. A boyfriend. Number 1 song in the land on this date, 1962. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, Big Girls Don't Cry. It's a timeless song, right? As soon as I said Big Girls Don't Cry, that melody pops in your head, doesn't it? What a hook. They don't cry. I can't sing that high at all. Nowhere even close to it. Frankie Valli, just those guys that sing that style, that falsetto head voice style. I love oldies, and I'm talking about those era, that golden oldies, but I just don't. I don't like that. That was never for me. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Is that your guess? Are you talking about Danny DeVito? What else? 1973. One of the more famous quotes of the 70s, 1973, President Nixon said, "I am not a crook." Oh, whoops. And in 1984, the number 1 song in the land, Choose Life, Wham, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. Jitterbug. Right? Wham. A Miscarriage. Good guess, not it. I'm trying to figure how to have to go back and watch it, John. I don't remember Danny DeVito and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. but I haven't watched it in so long. So long. God, probably since high school, maybe? I'm trying to remember when I've seen it. It's been a long-ass time. You've all been to a Walmart Supercenter, haven't you? The buy and sell, or what was the one in that movie? The Wall-E movie? By and Large? I don't remember. Anyway, 1988, Walmart opened up its very first Supercenter. People were like, wow, look at all the room for activities. In 2004, economic decisions were made, and Kmart bought Sears for $11 billion. Kmart said, nothing will ever touch us. We'll take these Sears to the next level. That was in 2004, and then shortly thereafter, we closed Sears Grand here in Cape, and then shortly thereafter, we closed Kmart in Cape, and they are no more anywhere on the planet. I don't know if Kmart still exists online even or anything. I think they're just gone, right? An asshole husband. No, Drew, that's 100% of your home. Ah! Just kidding. No, a purse. No. Good guess. No, an asshole husband. That's probably closer to about 38%. What else? Let's see. Kmart bought Sears. Bad economic decisions. That was 2004. 2 years later, the PlayStation 3 went on sale in the United States. 2006, Sony's PS3. How many of you had a PS3? I had a PS3. Bought it used. Still have it. 2008, Twilight premieres in theaters in L.A. L.A. got it first, you know. Twilight. Never seen it. And on this date, let me get the hand sanitizer out for this next one. It was on this date in 2019, the first known case of COVID-19 is traced to a 55-year-old man who had visited a market in Wuhan, China. The monkey had sex with the pig. He ate the ham slice that was undercooked, and then we had COVID. I don't think that's exactly how it happened, but I think that's how it happened in the movie Contagion. Anyway, a second phone. Ooh, good guess. A burner phone for all their dark dealings. And that's today in history. Let's cook along with Stone Richards, Weather Lord. We need to spend a little time on the weather today because it's not tumultuous, but it is not boring over the next few days here in the heartland. And that's okay. That's okay. Let's see. That's junk mail. That's junk mail. I like to check my email while I'm on here with you guys too, because why not, right? Your local weather brought to you by Stone Richards paternity suit. 34 degrees right now in downtown Cape. Still, really? It's brisk. It's going to get up to about 62 today, so not super warm, but mostly sunny for the most part. As we get to early evening, though, we're going to see about a 20% chance of showers. High of 62 today. Tonight, we're looking at a low around 50, but chances of showers increasing as we go through the night. So by 3 a.m., it's like a 60-70% shot. Could see some thunderstorms in the wee hours of the morning. Again, overnight low around 50. Tomorrow, high around 74. So a little warmer, but a little wetter. We're going to start the day with showers, thunderstorms, tapering off to about lunchtime. Maybe seeing sunshine by the afternoon. We'll see. Chance of rain, though, about 60% in the morning tomorrow. Tuesday night, 20% chance of showers for midnight, cloudy skies, 51 for your low. And then Wednesday, mostly cloudy, high of 65. Chance of showers again Wednesday night into Thursday. Thursday looks rainy, right? Ow, my back. I got a scratch. Okay, anyway, Thursday, showers, possibly a thunderstorm, high of 67. Chance of precip, about 90% on Thursday. Friday, showers likely, mainly in the morning, though. And then Saturday, partly sunny, high around 58. Seems like a nifty fall day. Stone, I know you're excited about this. We were talking before we went on air today about eHarmony profile. No, that's a good guess. No, I will go ahead and give you the hint that this is something tangible. This is a tangible item that 1 in 4 women have at least one of. It is some sort of tangible thing, meaning you can grab it, you can hold it, you can have a fetish about it. I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, this weekend, Arts and Crafts Extravaganza Shenanigans happening in Cape. It's a double down because there's 2 big ones, right? The Arts Council of Southeast Missouri has their 55th annual Arts and Crafts Extravaganza. The cool thing about this one, and Stone mentioned this to me, I didn't realize this. The cool thing about this one is that all the vendors at the Arts Council one are handmade, homemade stuff, kind of like we used to do for Oktoberfest. We didn't want the origami owl and like the pyramid scheme, not that they all are, but anyway, that kind of stuff. We didn't do those. So same thing with the Arts Council one. So at the Show Me Center or the Osage Center, you can go to both. It's $5 to get in the door, and you can go in there. There's over 200 vendors. Go buy a bunch of ho 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 and ha 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 and have a good time. It's a pretty cool deal. And that's Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 5 and then 10 to 4, I believe. I did see Engagement Ring, John. Yeah, and that's not it, but that's a good guess. eHarmony Profile Stanley Cup. Boy, wouldn't that be nice? 1 in 4 women should have one of those. A little something in the nightstand. No. Will this fit in the nightstand? I don't know. I'm not going to answer that. Don't ask me questions, self. Anyway, so Arts Council is going on this weekend. And Friday evening, almost a preview event. Friday evening, Saturday, and Sunday is the Notre Dame Arts and Crafts Festival. Same kind of thing, right? 3 big-ass rooms full of vendors. We love going. I like going to this one, too. I love going to the craft fairs. I'm hoping that the old Ailes Farm lady's going to be there so I can get some more of that crazy salt. I've been out for so long. And it's like in Friedheim. It's not far away. Anyway, reusable water bottle. There you go. A bong. Nope. Anyway, so Notre Dame has got an awesome one going too, and all these things, and they have snacks and like little kids set up selling hot cocoa and shit. It's a good time. Go out and support them. The one at Arts Council, of course, supports the Arts Council of Southeast Missouri, art initiatives throughout Southeast Missouri, whatever those may be. And the Notre Dame one goes to support their arts and theater department, so it helps all of them out. So go do the thing, buy the Christmas stuff or whatever you're into, and dig in. A curling iron. And Gregory, like a Stanley, I got my Stanley. No, that's not it, though. But good guess. Whoa. I just made the whole backdrop disappear. Which side is that? That's this side. I'm getting a little crazy. So thanks, Stone. Appreciate you reminding me about the Arts and Crafts Fair. So I'll see you Wednesday. A John Spear decal on the back of the white Ford Expedition with a golden doodle in the back seat and oversized sunglasses. No. But a very specific guest. Oh, a J Spear, not a John Spear. I was like, John has decals? Pointing you home. John Spear, we got a new marketing idea. And he can put the John Spear sticker pointing at all kinds of things. That may not be good for his marketing, actually. People putting it at urinals. That glass bear cup from Starbucks. Yeah, no throwing down over that one. A yoga mat, curling iron. No. And oversized sunglasses. And the Stanley Cup, Drew. Don't forget. A gym membership. That's a good guess. No. Not it. All right, let's get into some brekkie bits. Shove this down the kid's throat. They've wrapped up filming on Dune 3. Son of Dune. No. Dune 3. Filming is wrapped. Now they go to production. December 18th next year is when it's going to hit theaters. So if you're a big fan of the Dune stuff, then Dune 3 is dropping next December. Next year, December. A handgun. Good guess, Kathy. But not it. But I don't know if you're on the right track or not. It's a tangible item. You got that. Pepper spray. Credit card. No. Good guess. Okay, I don't know if you guys caught this story. Kind of been bouncing around social media. But from a Saturday Night Live hosting story, Glenn Powell was the host on Saturday night on SNL. And he shared that he was supposed to host 4 years ago, but got booted because of COVID. Womp womp. They canceled. He couldn't do it anymore. But here's the thing. 4 years ago, when he first got the news that he was going to host, he called his family, and he went hanging out with his family, and they were celebrating. Hooray, hooray, that's awesome. Oh, my God, you get to do SNL. And the UPS driver was showing up, and it was like, what's going on with y'all? And he said, oh, I'm going to be hosting SNL. And they're like, oh, that's cool. So they took a selfie with the UPS guy. Well, then he didn't get to host SNL, so the UPS guy thought he was full of shit. So now he hosted this past Saturday, finally again, and to prove to the UPS driver he was invited to host, he actually flew the UPS driver out to watch Saturday Night Live and take another selfie with him there at the SNL show. So kind of full circle moment. I thought that's pretty cool. A bank account, a job, a credit card. No. I told you, it's kind of obscure. And the fact that 25% of women have one of these surprises me. You haven't guessed it yet, but I guess it doesn't, because it's not something that I think of as a thing. But then once you hear it, you're like, oh, I guess I do. So it's not going to be a front of mind kind of thing, if that helps. Not really. A little sad news. The former Last Chance U coach, John Beam, died a day after he was shot at Laney College, where he most recently served as the athletic director. He was 66. He was the head football coach at Laney when the team was featured on the Netflix docuseries back in 2020, Last Chance U. I have not watched that, so I was unfamiliar, but apparently very beloved coach. And again, I don't know much about him, but tragic. A whistle. A pocket pal. Brrr, nope. David Coverdale, founder, lead singer of Whitesnake. He's again on his own. No, he has announced that after 50 years of rock and roll, he is retiring. He's hanging it up. He's not going to perform anymore. David Coverdale says, thanks for the memories and the support. Love you, Whitesnake fans. Peace, I'm out of here. That's what he said. Verbatim? No. That is a paraphrasing of his statement. Actually, read that last Wednesday, I think, on my Kickstart Rock News. A first aid kit, an umbrella. Nope. But keep guessing. Here's an interesting bit about Lady Gaga. She revealed that she filmed the movie A Star is Born while on lithium, and that later led to a psychotic break. So there's a little Lady Gaga. Okay. Happy Monday. So they got a new Netflix documentary on Eddie Murphy. A copy of the new Taylor Swift CD. Valid guess, not it. As a kid who grew up, I was in my preteen years, I guess, when like Eddie Murphy dropped Delirious and Raw. And those were amongst the collection of tapes that you were sneaky with. Because your mom didn't want you listening to Eddie Murphy Raw. It was funny as hell. Delirious, funny as hell. But, and as kids, it was like, on South Park when they all got a hold of something they weren't supposed to watch and they were quoting it and they were saying dirty things and their parents were like, what? It was like that with Eddie Murphy Raw, because we were walking around school going, I got some ice cream and you can have none because you are on the welfare and can't afford it. Remember? And we get in trouble because they're like, you shouldn't know what that is. I know my mom and dad were probably laughing their ass off. Well, I don't know if dad was a big Eddie Murphy guy. But the point is, she went goo goo gaga. Yeah, exactly. You saw Whitesnake and Carbondale in the 80s. That's awesome. Carbondale, man, that was where I had my first Urge show. I saw P-Funk over there. Saw all kinds of good shows in Carbondale. But anyway, Eddie Murphy, funny guy. In the new Netflix documentary on Eddie Murphy, we have found out that he paid for a nice headstone for Billy Thomas, a.k.a. Buckwheat. He was the actor that played the original Buckwheat on Our Gang way back in the day, right? Buckwheat, that he impersonated a lot on SNL, made a lot of money being Buckwheat. So he paid back by, replacing his headstone for Billy Thomas. That's good stuff. He also covered the final expenses for two other industry giants that influenced him, one of them being Red Fox and the other being musician Rick James. Eddie Murphy. Charlie Murphy, paying for the funeral, bitches. Yep. So Eddie Murphy, taking care of those that took care of him early on. Cardi B and Stefon Diggs, congratulations. They are the proud parents of a healthy baby boy. And last but not least, if you work for Verizon, you might not anymore. They're cutting 15,000 jobs, which is 15% of their workforce. The largest layoffs in the company's history. I don't even know why they're doing that. As expensive as my cell phone bill is, you think they'd be all right. They are not, in fact, all right. All right, time to move on. We're going to talk about some strange things that your body does. Don't insinuate. But some things that, your body does that you're like, why did I do that? First off, I'm sorry. Oh. Now, did you start yawning? Yawning is contagious, right? You see somebody yawn, you can't help but yawn yourself. Yawning contagion. This is how COVID spread. It's not fully understood, but scientists believe the yawning contagion may be linked to empathy and social bonding. Not a physical reaction, really, just a empathy and social bonding. Studies have shown that the yawning contagion is more common among individuals who are close to each other, such as friends and family members. So if you guys yawned, we're friends. Something like that. Dennis, that's understandable. Tawny was a little more flexible and, frankly, just way, way hotter. But I appreciate, the fact that you were there to at least try out, Good for you. David's like, hey, I'm sorry, we've got to go with Tawny Kitten. I mean, with a name like Tawny Kitten. Okay, so yawning. Now, you ever, are falling asleep, you're just about asleep, and you start running in your sleep, or your legs jerk or whatever. This happens to me. You might hear them called sleep starts. They're known as hypnic jerks, Hypnic, hypnic jerks, involuntary muscle twitches that happen just as you're falling asleep. Don't you do it. They are believed to be a normal part of the sleep process. Some theories suggest that hypnic jerks may be related to the transition from wakefulness to sleep, when your muscles relax and your brain misinterprets that as a fall. Like your muscles start to relax and your body thinks that you're falling. And good morning, Phil. Hope you're doing well, man. Are you stateside? You still Korea side? Where are you hanging out these days? Are you on the moon yet? Good to see your face digitally. Good to see your name imprinted upon my screen. Warm and fuzzy. Day planner, no. And keep guessing. Yeah. 25% of women have at least one of these. What is it? We've had all kinds of guesses. All the naughty guesses have been given. Goosebumps. This right here, in case you were wondering, that's not chicken. That's goosebumps. The little bumps that appear on your skin when you're cold or scared or whatever. It's a vestigial reflex left over from our ancestors, right? When we were big and hairy and we had to floof up just like any animal out in the primal wilderness. Fur standing on end. Some of the guys now, when they get goosebumps, they still look a little primal. But, if you got cold, that would create a layer of insulation, right? Lift the hairs up, let the air get in, get the warm air, insulate. But just floof you up and make you look longer. An STD, nope. The hypnic jerks. Yeah, and playing strictly like Scooby-Doo rock, like Ghost, that terrible ass band. Hypnic jerks. My baby said, the hypnic jerks. It's actually HYP, Nick. So it's good you spell it like that. Then we don't have to worry about people like infringing copyright issues. It's like Colonel Mustard. Sneezing fits. This is me. When I sneeze, no less than 3. And I hate sneezing. But it's the body's way of expelling irritants. Sometimes it clears the room, which expels more irritants. But why do we sneeze multiple times in a row? The initial sneeze might not be enough to clear all the irritants. So the body continues sneezing until the nose is clear, until you get pissed off and smack yourself in the face. Bright light can trigger sneezing. A full stomach can trigger sneezing. You ate too much, you're going to sneeze now. Sudden changes in temperature can do it. In my case, Wily freaking nose hairs can do it. And mustache hairs that decide to go rogue and crawl up in that bitch. And I got to fucking sort it out. And this happens often. You see me doing this? That's because I'm trying not to sneeze on you. So sneezing fits. Hiccups. Involuntary contractions of the diaphragmatic muscular structure. Right? Hiccups. It's the muscle that separates the chest from the abdomen, right? It's right in here, right? Your diaphragm. These contractions cause a sudden intake of air that's stopped by the closure of the vocal cords, and that produces the hic sound. Hic. If you go slow motion. Hiccups are usually harmless, right, and resolve on their own within a short period of time. But I know there are records of, people who had hiccups for years of their life. I think that's insanity. Myokemia is something that I deal with every once in a blue moon, not very often. But sometimes, like right now, I feel like it's almost triggered. Myokemia is eye twitching. An involuntary muscle spasm can occur in your eyelid or around the muscles of the eye, right? Sometimes it happens when your kid pisses you off and you get all Clint Eastwood face and you're like, why'd you eat the ice cream off the floor? Eddie Murphy reference. It's usually harmless, usually resolves itself in a few days. Sometimes it's stress. Most of the time it's fatigue. You didn't get enough sleep. Your eyes like, bruh. Caffeine, too much caffeine, or dry eyes. Any of these can cause myokemia. In rare cases, it can be a symptom of an underlying neurological condition, though, like blepharospasm, a missing tooth. No, but that's a good guess, Dennis. Interesting guess. Not relevant to the answer at all. But there you go. That's just some fun things that your body does. Any of you guys plagued with those things on a regular basis? Like eye twitchings? The sneezing fits get me. And it's just, I'm 99% sure it's just due to nose hair. It's mainly it. It is 8:08 a.m. Time for some Did You Knows. A pet? No. I did mention, let's see, that this is a tangible item. So this is something you can hold, you can use, hold, whatever. 25% of women have at least one of these. These that we're talking about, one of these, this thing is actually more than a thing. It's more than one item in the thing we're talking about. So, you can figure it out from there. It's a tangible item, and it's more than one in the answer. More than one thing in the answer. A mustache? No. She got a mustache. Eddie Murphy reference number 3. A flashlight? Nope. Ladies, let me ask you this. Those of you with children, 22% of women, 1 out of 5, admit that when they meet another woman and that woman has the same name as one of their kids, it annoys them. So Carrie meets a lady whose name is Layla. And it annoys them. I don't think it would annoy Carrie. A credit card, no. 22% of women say they are annoyed by that. I don't know. A toolkit, no. Good guess. How many of you are dealing with gray hair? Look, you can see it. Where's it at? It's over here. Yeah. No, wait. Turn this way. It's a little gray in there. There's gray all up in mine. I am a calico cat. But people's hair is apparently nowadays turning gray 4 years earlier on average than it did 40 years ago. Back in the 80s, we were Grecian formula, brushing the gray away, I guess. I don't know. Do you are you a Bath and Body Works scent person? You buy little plug-ins, Glade plug-ins, or maybe you're I smell your shit for 22 years. You can't smell my shit for 5 minutes. Maybe you're a Glade sprayer. Maybe you're like the old, this is a good place for a stick-up kind of person. But air fresheners, right? You like to keep the house smelling good, smelling decent. An Alias. Dennis, that's a very good guess. Not it. Not anywhere close to it. But I like the guess. Anyway, the average person spends more than $200 a year to keep their house smelling good. And if you're going to Bath & Body Works, you probably are. They've got a sale. We have 18 candles now. We don't need any more candles. Trigger. Hey, you know what? What do you think boosts office morale more than anything else? You would think, a raise, across the board raise. Well, that would boost office morale. But according to a study in the UK, a British study says the number one thing that boosts office morale, swearing. Swearing. That's the number one thing that boosts the office morale. Okay, guys, it's F-Bomb Friday. Knock yourselves out and just go to town. A travel bag, a douche kit. No. Well, good. What are you doing there, wily guy? See, speaking of gray hairs, peckernat. 25% of Americans would rather go to jail for a day than have their car totaled. Depends on what jail and what car. I'd say I'd go that route. I'd take a day in jail. It depends. Is it going on your record? I don't want to deal with that. If it's for the experience. Cable. They have a cable. Are you saying the office morale? A car. Monday stars. Gregory Vaughn's a star. A star. He's a star shining bright. Thanks, man. Happy Monday. Do you remember what your prom song was from high school? Half of people polled admit they can't remember their prom song. I don't know that. I know our theme was Hard to Say Goodbye because it's Boys to Men. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Ooh. Remember that? That jam, the a cappella jam. And I'll take with me the memories. It could be a shanty. Just saying. But anyway, that was our prom theme. Silver and black for the Jackson. Both of them. I don't remember what junior year was. I went to junior prom, but I don't remember what the theme was. It wasn't my class, though, right? But half people said they can't remember their prom theme. I don't know. 6-pack of PBR. Nope. Invalid guess. We're going to up the ante. It is 8:13. We'll just pretend it's 8:15. I'll give you your final clue on the TIQ. This is something that would go on her person somewhere. This thing. It's tangible. It's more than one in the item, and it would go on your person somewhere. Ladies. 25% of ladies have one of these. And then we got to get kind of specific, but not terribly specific. A Swiss Army knife. No, but good answer. What were your prom songs, Gregory? Mr. Vaughn? I figure the DJ master would definitely remember his prom songs, right? Obviously, you didn't DJ your own prom. That would be awkward. Wouldn't it like AV Club for Life so much so that they made you DJ your own prom? That would be a very small school. A fanny pack, not it. Here and now. Ooh, that's a good one. That's like yacht rock R&B. Luther Vandross. Senior prom. Damn Yankees high enough. Ooh, man. Yeah, dude, they teased the bangs for your prom. That's sweet. Earrings. Not it. Purse. Not it. In case you were wondering how much we weigh collectively as a species, the human race weighs about 320 million tons. There's about 320 million tons of people on the world right now. We heavy. When you're trying to find something that's lost, when do you give up? 30% of us give up after a week. They're like, well, I've been looking for a week. Fuck it. It's gone. Dream on. Hey, Aerosmith, that's a winner. You didn't go to your senior prom? Were you banned, Gregory? Were you banned? Dream on, dream on. You know, Youngblood's been singing with Aerosmith, and now he's taking the rest of the year off because his vocal stress and so forth. I'm telling you, man, Aerosmith is rough on voices. You wonder if Steven Tyler had to retire, and all that, but the dude had 50 years powering that shit out. Youngblood's been doing it for like 6 months. I'm like, ha! Got to take the rest of the year off. Condoms, not it. A recent survey revealed that 70% of men believe they are better than women at driving and navigating. You were institutionalized. Well, that would keep you from your senior prom. It's fair enough. What would you have chosen? What would be your high school theme if you could? If you guys could choose a theme for high school. I don't know what mine would be. I guess End of the Road by Boys to Men. There was another one. Pantyhose. No. I did kind of sort of at my first one, but I also had to play at my first one. Welcome to the Jungle. Yes, that would be it. That's perfect. Matter of fact, I think I'm playing that this hour or next hour this morning. I stuck Welcome to the Jungle in. I'm going to rock them out a little old school. All right. By the way, 1 in 3 women say that love handles on a guy are sexy. More cushion for the pushing, so to speak. So, ladies who love the love handles, we appreciate you. Still taking guesses. 1 in 4 women have at least one of these. It is something tangible. It is more than one thing in the thing that we're talking about, and it's something she wears. How often does she wear it, Darren? I don't know. I am not her. Here's some dangerous bits for the adults. Experiments you can do with your microwave, according to Popular Mechanics. Popular Mechanics is a proud publication giving young teenagers ways to blow things up for many millennia. We appreciate them. Matching lingerie and stockings. No, sounds sexy, but not it. Yeah, for sure, Gregory. That tape was getting burned up. I have a chance. Yes, John. John's love handles. You got a little pinchy love handles. Come on, man. A makeup kit. No. Brassiere. No. Getting closer, I guess. You're getting around the park. Here are 5 things you can try in your microwave, according to Brad Conrad, who's got a PhD. He is director of the Society of Physics Students. And he says, here's ways to screw up your microwave. Number 1, get like a bar of soap that has moisturizer in it, right? A little bar of Dove or Ivory or whatever you like that's got moisturizer in it, and cut a little notch in the top. Stick it in the microwave. Turn it on. You'll grow bubble out of the notch. A bubble will grow. Fill up the whole damn microwave if you let it. The microwave is heating up the water molecules inside that moisturizer, inside the soap, causing that to expand. It's not going to blow the soap up. That's why you cut a notch in it. But there you go. So make soap bubbles. That's pretty mild and easy. Not really looking at destroying your technology by doing that. And you get soap on the inside. And when you clean it out, you just bonus soap. Now this one will make a big stank mess. Put an egg in the microwave. Turn it on. What will happen? The egg will explode. It is the same physics methodology that corn becomes popcorn, right? The water inside the egg builds to steam. Steam needs to escape. Blow! Egg all over the inside of your microwave. And it's freaking nasty. You want to do it in an easier way. Get you a little Tupperware cup or Tupperware bowl. Put the egg, crack the egg into it, and cook the egg in your microwave. And then you can eat it, and you don't have to clean all that bullshit up. What a mess. A necklace, bracelet, earrings, ensemble, jewelry. It is not jewelry at all. I'll just eliminate that. Chopping block. So you can blow up an egg. That's pretty gross. Here's one that's, we're getting into a little more danger zone here. You can actually use your microwave to figure out the speed of light. It's math. A smaller second purse, wallet, or clutch, perhaps. Not it. I don't think we're going to get it. I'm just saying. Say 20. So here's what you do is you take a little microwavable plate and put some marshmallows, a little mini marshmallows, put a little layer of them on there and put it in the microwave. No turntable. Just sit it in the microwave. 15 to 20 seconds. And then measure the distance between the melted marshmallows in centimeters. Calculate the speed of light by taking 2 times the distance between the melted spots times the frequency of the microwave and that will give you the speed of light. Just in case somebody's like threatening your life and said, quickly, figure the speed of light. Hold on, let me get the mini marshmallows. And you can do the math. You can save your life. Yep, just about tapped out. I'm going to say it's below the waist. Heels. Okay, Alicia, that is the closest guess thus far. Now, we've got to go a little further with this. 1 out of 4 ladies have these. One of these. What is it? So close. So close. So there you go. So you can figure the speed of light. I think that's awesome. What else can you do that's dangerous in your microwave, Darren? Well, I'll tell you. Take a CD, an old shitty CD, doesn't matter. It can be a Milli Vanilli remix album CD. Put a glob of silly putty on the edge of it so it'll stand up in the microwave. Then turn the lights off, put it in the microwave, turn on the microwave for just a couple of seconds. I mean, like, shit, and then stop it. You'll see flashes of light in there, right? Because the CD has a very thin layer of metal on it, and it's going to reflect the electromagnetic radiation. So you get a little light show, but that can really jack up your microwave, so don't do it for more than a couple seconds. And I'm not responsible if you blow up your microwave. Heels. Okay, so a favorite hat. No. Other end of the body. Sandals, flip-flops, stilettos, shoehorn, toe rings, pirate boots. Yar. Good guesses. Not it. But we'll see if you come around on it. Now remember, only 1 out of 4 have these. And a little safer bet that you can test out, just because I don't like Peeps anyway, but if, now it's every holiday's got Peeps. So you got some leftover Halloween Peeps, or you're buying early for Christmas. Maybe they even have Thanksgiving Peeps, turkey Peeps. I don't know. Take a Peep, because they like to expand and explode in the microwave. Yay! Put them on a paper plate. Put like 5 or 6 of the Peeps on the plate, like a pyramid, okay? And then start the microwave. And they'll grow and expand and get big and floof. And if you let them go too long, they'll burn. Don't do that. But then when they cool off, they'll compress a little bit. You can still eat them, Ugh, that's gross. Girl, you know it's true. I've said it before, but man, I did. I had the Milli Vanilli album and the remix album you couldn't go wrong with the remix album. That was back when I had the dual cassette on Mom's Panasonic or Realistic or whatever it was, stereo at the house. I could make my own remix tapes because you'd learn how to use the pause button just right? You could loop it on the tapes. God bless. If a rural kid from Fruitland had grown up somewhere where he had viable DJ equipment, by God, you guys would be listening to my records I made with Dre. All right, that's just some microwave shenanigans. Arch supports is not it. The reason for these is not practical. The reason for her keeping at least one of these. Okay? It is not a practical reason. Like, she didn't keep these because one day it's going to get rainy outside and I'm going to need them. That's not it. Dennis, that's a valid guess. Could be somebody's answer. But it's not mine. It's warm and fuzzy time. Let's move along with this baby flamingo that has yet to begin his pinky transition from eating the delicious shellfish for which it loves to feast. And the 12-inch single. Nice. Nice. I always felt bad for the Milli Vanilli guys, they weren't the smartest guys in the world, but they did a job. And now today, like, would we banish them from all society if this was the case? It already happens everywhere, right? Got a lot of lip syncing going on. Now, traditionally, it's that artist recorded in a studio, and they can't do shit on stage, so they'll do it. But I don't know. Designer shoes. Close guess. Not it. It's a weird one. We may be like, this may be a cake song. We're going the distance. Warm and fuzzy time. Number 1, NBC dance shoes. No. NBC says a Fairfax, Virginia couple recently tied the knot in the NICU where their daughter is being treated. Okay, the name is spelled Timeshay, and I know that's not right. Tamisha and Jarvis shuffled down the hospital hallway for their special day. She wore a white hospital gown. He wore a tuxedo apron. The couple exchanged vows in a heartwarming ceremony surrounded by loved ones and hospital staff, and we wish their daughter the best of luck in the NICU. NICU babies. So precious. A broom so she can ride off. Nope. Stilettos. Nope. I mean, you guys you're on the right track. It's just hanging on. Holy shit. I swear to God, I didn't see this until now that this is here. Okay, this is my national show prep stuff that I use, Warm and Fuzzies, and I copied this over this morning. Didn't even read my Warm and Fuzzies because I don't usually have to preview them. I look and see if it's like some stupid Latasha was walking her Pomeranian full-bred dog and won a lottery or something. I'm like, nah, it's not really Warm and Fuzzy. Skates, no. But the Nerd Stash says a Cape Girardeau, Missouri woman named Jada. Do I know Jada? I don't know. I know a Jada. Could it be her? It's going. She's going viral because she recently gave a coat to a young girl she saw without one on the way to school. Temps were freezing, so I'm guessing this was maybe week before last or so. Jada rolled up, saw the kiddo without a coat, and she'd seen her walking to school several days before she offered her the coat, and then she basically gave the girl a coat. But a true example of community spirit right here in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. That's awesome. Many people commending her selfless gesture. It's like our Coats for Kids thing, you know. Matter of fact, I think today might be the day they're handing out those coats for the coats that we got in on the drive. So hooray for that. One more Warm and Fuzzy left. 3 minutes on the clock. Will this TIQ go the distance like a cake song, or will it fall to the wayside like an inattentive driver? We'll see. It's shoes of some sort. What kind of shoes? You've given a lot of guesses. But why are these shoes so important? What is it? 1 in 4 women have at least one pair of these shoes. Cleats. Nope. The New York Post says 2 Good Samaritans saved an injured Atlanta cop from a burning patrol car after a crash. Brothers Ryan Beck and Cashin Robinson acted quickly to pull Officer Malik Safi to safety. Safi's gun started firing due to the heat. That's how bad this was, how hot it was. Neighbors dodged bullets. Robinson used Malik's radio to call for help. Man, that's a pretty amazing moment there. Rain boots, not it. Okay, now, Jada, let's see. I'm going to go... just missed this for my farm joke. Oh, yeah. Hey, it is Farm Joke Day, National Farm Joke Day. Let's see. Let me find another dumb farm joke. I wrote a couple down here. Why did the tractor break up with the plow? It felt like it was being dragged down. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. That's like a 4th grader. I love the 4th grader. Fuzzy slippers. Uggs. No. 1 minute left. I wanted to know real quick if Jada was the Jada I was thinking of. Carrie sent me one. Hey, do you know why cows have hooves instead of feet? Because they lactose. Lactose. Are you intolerant of my jokes? Maybe so. All right, you ready for the TIQ answer, kids? Counting down the last, 10 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's 8:30. The answer is a pair of shoes that they've kept for sentimental reasons. Oh, that's stupid. I agree. That's the answer. A pair of shoes they've kept for sentimental reasons. And think about it. Do you, ladies, do you have a pair of shoes you've kept for sentimental reasons? Some of you keep the shoes from your wedding or maybe from a special event that you attended. Or maybe, it's the pair of shoes you wore when you climbed Pikes Peak. in your drawers. I don't know. Shoes you kept for sentimental reasons. That's the TIQ answer today. I think that's the first TIQ that's gone the distance, though, in a hot minute. So bravo to you for being consistent up to this point, right? Yeah. I know. Yeah, John, that's the face for it. Yeah, that's Monday. All right. Last farm joke. What did the farmer say when he lost his tractor? Hey, where's my tractor? Oh, jeez. All right. Well, it's a real show. I'll see you guys Wednesday morning. All right. We'll keep the ball rolling. Have a great week. Have a super productive week. Have an awesome Monday. Go out and knock some shit off your list today. Booyah. Okay? Chip away at it and take some big chunks out. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Be nice, humans. Peace.